If you study hard and you are in the top, that's great. But even if you're not, that's also great. Outside of academics, can you hold a conversation? There are so many other options. There are other ways to make money. It's not even like there's a lot of money here. There are other ways to channel your passion. There are so many other ways to make an impact. It is not just by being a doctor. The whole there's no time in medical school thing, it is a myth. Let me just say this now, there's time. There are so many times in medical school that you're going to feel like, gosh, I'm so dull. I'm here to tell you that you feel like that a lot of times. It is many hours of study. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Rose and I am a final year medical student in Nigeria. If you're new here, I'm Rose, and on this channel we talk about everything. We have all the fun conversations. I share my journey through medical school. I have vlogs, I have lifestyle videos, so please stick around and subscribe if you haven't. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the things I wish I knew before starting medical school. If you feel like that's something that interests you, please stick around. Okay, so remember in one of my last videos where I said I was going to do a video about this, so I'm finally doing a video about this. It was one morning when I woke up. I think I was really tired and I was like, oh my god, why didn't nobody tell me this? And I was like, Eureka, I'm going to do a video about this. I have to do a video about this. So here we are. Now I should add that these are my opinions. This is just things I wish I knew that would have helped me. So this thing is going to be mixing between things I wish I knew and tips for medical students and tips for people who want to come into medical school. There isn't like particularly a structure to this, so I'm just talking. It's things I wish I knew plus tips for you. Enough talk. I'm going to get right into it now. So the first thing, I have it written down here. The first thing is that you need to put effort into your friendships. I know that is where I'm starting on this note. I should be starting with all of you need to read, but yeah, you need to put effort into your friendship because it's very easy to lose them. I know there's this running joke that medical students don't have friends. Like they're the ones that are not invited to parties, they're the ones that are not invited to weddings, and like you're like, this person got married when? And turns out you weren't invited because you always have one exam or the other. And it's very easy to run with that excuse really, but you actually need to put effort into your other relationships. I know that we are busy and all, but you should put in effort because at the end of medical school, you realize that you don't have any friends, and the people you thought were your friends have also gone further, like with their medical studies, they're doing their internships, or you people have dispersed, and then you're all by yourself. So yeah, put effort into your friendship. If a relationship is important to you as a medical student, you need to put more effort than just saying, no, I'm busy, I don't have time. Please put more effort into your relationships. That's the first thing. Now the second thing I'm going to say is understand yourself. Let me say this: medical school, you are basically studying yourself. Yes, you have your lecturers who teach you, who come to class to give you lectures, like they serve as a guide so you know what to study and kind of like the scope of your study. But largely, learning in medical school, apart from the clinical, like your study is based on you. So early on, you need to understand what is it that works for me, what study technique work for me. For me, for example, I'm a visual learner. I love to watch videos, I love charts, diagrams. These things help the information stick faster for me. If that's you, you need to figure that out fast. Are you a study group person? I'm also a study group person. Or do you prefer to read by yourself? Although there's a strong case for study group sessions, but that's not what we're talking about in this video. But yeah, you need to understand fast. You need to go read about study techniques. Are you there's a Pomodoro technique? Is that the kind of person you are? Or are you you have to sit and read for hours person? All these things you need to know fast, because let me tell you something. I know they say in medical school you study a lot, but it is many hours of study. So the thing about medical school is the volume of knowledge you have to acquire, volume of things you have to read. There is a lot of it. So you are going to be doing a lot of study, which is why it's very important to know how best you study and what works best for you early on. The next thing is imposter syndrome. No, there are so many times in medical school that you're going to feel like, gosh, I'm so dull, I don't know anything, why am I even here? Even up until now, I've been in here 7 years and sometimes I still feel like that. I'm here to tell you that you feel like that a lot of times, especially maybe when you're not doing so well with your grades, or when you get a grade that you felt or you feel like you should have gotten more than. There's so many times you feel like I'm just like acting here. I'm not even. Why did I think I should come? I could do medical school. I'm not even that smart. You feel like that a lot, but I want you to be able to talk yourself out of those phases and like say, okay, this was just a bad grade, this isn't me. I can't know this thing. I just need some more time. Because even people who are doctors or already in higher stages in their medical training, their medical education, there are still times you feel like that, but you need to be able to talk yourself out of that. Don't feel like a failure. Fine, you didn't get a very good grade in a test or in an exam, but don't make that who you are. You need to be able to talk yourself out of those feelings. I remember when I came into medical school and 200 level second year, and then this exam, we call it CBD-IBS here in my school, and I was really coming off the back of being the top student in my secondary school, always topping, and then I was planning. I even calculated my score in the exam hall that, oh my gosh, I'm going to get an 80. And then when my results came out, I got a 49, or was it a 51? And it was just a really, really huge reality shock. And this is something you are going to face a lot of times, and I guess a lot of us get over this phase fast. Once you get your first couple of scores in medical school, you realize this is a different playing field, this is a different ball game. So you need to understand very fast that your scores will not be what they used to be when you were in high school, and that's fine. That's how medical school is. Don't let that be who you are, okay? Understand that sometimes you will not get what you want or what you feel like you worked for, or you feel like, I'm just tired. Be able to talk yourself up out of those situations, okay? The next thing is make time for hobbies. I cannot even look the whole there's no time in medical school thing, like medical students don't have time. It is a myth. Make time for the things that you love. It's going to be really sad if you did 7 years, you did 6 years of school, and at the end of it you did not do anything else. You did not do your sports. Like if it's sports you like, please do your sports. Join a team. If you love art, please paint. If you're into music, sing, write, do whatever you like. Just make time for your hobbies. Look, there's time. Let me just say this now, there's time. Prioritize. You need to have a schedule. No, okay, I love this, so I'm going to do this. You're going to get more busy as you go up, especially when you become a doctor. You have less hours for yourself. So why don't you just make time now that you have relatively more time than you would if you were a medical doctor? So make time for your hobbies. Do what you love to do. Paint, travel. Yes, travel. If traveling is your hobby, please make time for the things you love. There will be time. Listen, I'm saying it again, there will be time. It's a myth that there's no time. This one is very important, and this is especially to people who are not yet in medical school, who are considering coming to medical school. Consider other options. Stay with me. Now, growing up, it was very like stereotype. You are in science class, you're in art class. So if you're best in science class, definitely you're going to be a doctor, or art class you're going to be a lawyer. And that was how it was for me growing up. But now I'm here to tell you, consider your options. Why do you want to come into medical school? Okay, fine. The passion. Is there somewhere else you can channel that passion into? Is there somewhere else you can get, that same amount of passion from something else? You want to come in for the money? That's also good. Is there something else that can bring you that money? Or you feel like you want to make a difference? Have you seen and you have checked that there's no other place that you can make that difference? And there are so many other places. Now, I'm not discouraging you from coming to med school. Med school is amazing. Come to med school if you want to, but come to med school only if you are absolutely sure that this is what you want to do, okay? You need to know that there are so many other options. I'm saying it, there are so many other options. There are other ways to make money. It's not even like there's a lot of money here. Again, not the video for this. There are other ways to make money. There are other ways to channel your passion. There are so many other ways to make an impact. It is not just med school. It is not just by being a doctor. Being a doctor is amazing. Consider all your options and be sure that this is truly what you want to do. The next thing I'm going to talk about is get orientation from seniors. We call it OT here. It is so important, especially the people in the class 1 year higher than you, or even 2 years higher than you. When you're going into a new class or a new posting, we call it posting or rotations, as you might know, whichever one you call it in your school, it's important to ask from the seniors What do I need to know? Okay, what are the peculiarities about this posting, about this course, the peculiarities about the lecturers, what study materials are most important, what study materials are most helpful. You don't want to be in a rotation of posting for 8 weeks and then on the 7th week somebody is saying, oh my gosh, did you read this? You should have been reading this, or this is what you should have been using. This is the study material you should have been using. It's very important to get some kind of orientation and some guidance, some direction from your seniors. Please always do that. When you're going into a new class, when you're going into a new posting for every exam, please ask questions. Ask people who have done that, your lecturers, your teachers, the residents, but most importantly the medical students in the class above you. Have friends in those classes, have people who you can reach out to who will be ready to put you through. Next thing I'm going to talk about is you need to know things outside of medical school. As a medical student, it's a bit embarrassing when the only thing you know, I mean, okay, when you're in your circle of medical students, it's nice and like you can move stuff and like say all of those things, but outside of medical school, outside of academics, can you hold a conversation? Can you hold a conversation with somebody outside of medical school? Don't just read only medical books. Widen your horizons. But okay, jokes apart, though, you need to read more. Read about what's happening in the country, read about what's happening in the world, know other things, okay? Don't just read your school books, read other things, watch other documentaries, have conversations with other people. How can you do this? Join clubs where it's not just medical students. In your school, in your university, join clubs outside the medical student clubs, where you can actually meet with other people, where you can have stimulating conversations and discussions. Just know other things. Join debate club, join essay clubs, develop other skills. This is very important because at the end of it, we are going out into the work market, and before it was like automatic, you become a doctor and then you have this straight line for you, but now it's gotten a little tricky now, especially now that other people are looking for other sources of income. So you need to actually develop these skills that will help you out there in the world with other people, that will make sure you can compete with other people. So develop soft skills, build your emotional intelligence, know how to write, know how to speak, just work on your interpersonal relationship, just develop these skills, okay? Next thing is, you should know it's expensive. So I go to a federal school and our medical education is subsidized, but here in Nigeria we have people in private schools who are paying millions every year for medical school. So medical education is expensive. Apart from my tuition, there's other fees, and counting all of these things for 7 years that I have been in school, buying all of your medical equipment, your stethoscope, all of your tuning forks, everything, your textbooks, it is expensive. So you're going to be spending a lot of money. Just putting that out there. Next thing is, you have to have a support system, gosh, because I'll tell you, it gets hard. It is difficult. It is also very rewarding and fulfilling, but you need to have a group of people that you have, like, that are in your corner to support you when you just need like shoulders to lean on or people to talk to, even to share your wins. It's very important to have the support system. It could be your discussion group if they are your friends. It could be someone in your clubs or in the fellowships you attend, or maybe the religious organization. Just have a group of people that are your clan, people you can always reach out to, even if you're struggling with academics, people who you have conversations with, your friends. Just, I don't know that it's the best thing to want to do medical school as a lone ranger. I don't know if there's anyone, if that's how you roll, put it in the comment section, and if it has worked for you, let me know. Finally, I want to say that you should always let your competition be you, in the sense that strive to be a better version of yourself. It's very easy to get drawn into this rat race of you want to graduate the best in your class, you want to, it is an amazing thing for you to be the best in your class, for you to be the 1%, like top 1%, graduating percent of your class. It's awesome, and people who do it, I have mad respect for them. But don't get so sucked into that rat race that you are putting so much pressure on yourself. Just strive to be a better version of yourself. Strive to always do the best that you can. Strive to study hard, go for your clinical activities, do what you're supposed to do at the right time, do what it is you're supposed to do, study the proper material, attend your classes. Say, okay, I got this score this time, can I do better? What is it that I can do better? How, I'm not saying don't admire other people who are getting like 80s or whatever, even though that is rare, but learn from them. And then also, while not losing yourself, remember I said know your own study techniques. What I'm saying in these many words is, let your competition be you. strive to be the better version of yourself. Don't get stuck or caught in this medical school rat race of doing everything to be the top. If you are if you study hard and you are in the top, that's great. But even if you're not, that's also great. Okay, if any of these tips have been helpful for you, please like this video. Liking this video helps the reach of my video. So this is going to be where I'm going to stop. If you have any other tips, please, the other medical students here watching this, if you have any other tips, please put it in the comment section. Let me know what has worked for you. If you're a doctor now, let me know things you wish you knew while you were in medical school. Let me know other tips that you have for medical students. Please put them in the comment section. If you have further questions, please let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, share, hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos from me. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.